Another double episode, Rider fans. Why? Because I want to start releasing these videos at the start of the week again, damn it! Let's start with the recap. Shotaro Ishinomori is certainly most well known for creating the Kamen Rider series, but it sure as hell wasn't his only work. For example, Ishinomori Shotaro also created manga like Cyborg 009 and animated series like Chobi, which was particularly well liked in Italy. Also, he was the creator of Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger, the very first Super Sentai series. He seemed to have a particular love for tokusatsu though, even if not all of his creations are as famous as Kamen Rider. One in particular is sadly underrated. It was a series which Ishinomori created as a tribute to Astro Boy and his creator Osamu Tezuka, aka the god of fucking manga and Ishinomori's mentor. Its name was... whatever, let's just go on with the review. It's not like any of these bears any importance to the following episodes. We open up episode 29 with the reveal that Takatora is alive? No! You mean to tell me that in fiction, unless you see a body or the body explodes, it's very hard for someone to be really dead? I'm shocked! Shocked and okay, let's cut with the sarcasm. At least he's really battered. That's something. Before passing out again from the pain though, Takatora lays eyes on his savior. We only see its feet, but there is no doubt that it's the White King. Cutting to Kota, we see that he's still fucking confused about the double heel turn, and he expresses so in front of Mayan, the perpetrator. A nice moment of people showing support to the hero is interrupted by the arrival of Legs, otherwise known as Minato. Returning to the forest, we find that not only did the White King pull Takatora out of the water, but he also patched him up. Then the Lean-Nymph introduces himself, also speaking perfect Japanese. The White King has saved Takatora because he has questions for it, starting with just what a Sengoku did. Wait a minute, Takatora can use it even if it was locked on another person? We established early on that was impossible! Okay, maybe it doesn't work for Yggdrasil employees or that breaks the connection, but still, I would have liked someone to state that. Anyway, Takatora decides to start the game of exchanging information with the White King. The Inves explains once Takatora has demonstrated part of the Sengoku driver's powers that he was chosen by the forest as its king, but he also adds that it was a mistake. On whose part, we don't know yet. Returning to the real world, Ryoma has summoned Kaito, Kota and Michan to inform them about Seid's actions, which included destroying all the locked vehicles in their possession. The only ones left are the ones that the three young riders have. Oren and Jonouchi are supposed to have one too, but I guess they don't want to bring more people into the world forbidden fruit hunt thing. Kota agrees to hunt Seid down and stop him, since Seid becoming a god would be trouble for everyone, but on the condition that they let him meet Takatora. Ryoma says that since he's Seid's direct supervisor, the walking fedora would know best. In the next scene, even though Kaito has declared that he wants Kota to take the fall for his naive mindset, that doesn't stop Darth Chiquita from dropping hints and suggestions about traps and traitors, only for Kota to not even consider the possibility, of course. But he keeps on doing it nonetheless, to keep Michan on his toes like an awesome bastard. Back to the forest, the White King is basically telling Takatora that immortality is way overrated if you make real bad calls. Just like Kaito, the White King believed that only the strong deserve to survive the destruction of their world. He had the power to help those in need, but he didn't lift a finger to do so. And when only the strong were left in some kind of Darwinistic utopia, there was the problem that they didn't stop. Part of their civilization survived, but the endless infighting for the top dog position put the final nail in the coffin. The quest for power made everyone lose sight of what was happening around them, and the White King wonders if humanity will now go down the same path. And the look on Takatora's face gives him his answer. In the meanwhile, Kota and Michan arrive in the forest, and after splitting up, Darth Sweater goes immediately back to the real world. world, where Sid is waiting for him. The Cherry Rider contacted Michan with an offer. He helps him find the fruit, Sid helps him kill Kota. Since the last time Kaito interfered, Michan asks Sid to keep Moonsure Banana busy while he takes care of our hero once and for all. Darth Fedora agrees, and they don't waste any time at all putting the plan into action. Michan lures Kota to his position by making it seem like he's being attacked by Takatora, which kind of defeats the wall won't put up a fighting he mentioned before, and then attacks him. Kaito eventually transforms into his Energy Lemon form, which puts him a notch above Sid with his superior battle experience. Kota needs some time to be convinced to fight back and a flashback to Kaito's words, and in a symbolic move he dons the Lemon Raiments instead of the overpowering triumphant arms. Of course, this turns the battle right around, but before he can reveal the identity of Takatora, Red Knight Ex Machina, which makes Michan summon Sid to him, since the Red Overlord isn't exactly letting Darth's weather go either. After the Red Knight kicks Kota and Michan around for a while, Sid arrives too, intending to coerce the location of the forbidden fruit out of him, fruit which, according to the White King, gives the Eater the knowledge needed to halt Helheim. But he has no intention of letting humans go anywhere near it, since they're showing themselves to be just as power-hungry as the leaning fonts were. In the meanwhile, the battle is becoming chaotic, with Kota and Kaito trying to defeat Sid and protect Kaen, where really doubt needs any kind of protection. But right then, the worst kind of development happens. A crack to Zawame City appears, and the Red Knight flies right through it. The episode ends with a shot of the city at night, stalked by a red and blue Ultraman? What the... Wait a fucking minute. Is that fucking Kikaider? That Kikaider? Ishinomori's Kikaider? They're rebooting it and making a crossover episode, so it's now canon in the Kamen Rider universe? What? I really don't know how to feel about this. I haven't seen the movie yet, obviously, but... Anyway, this is a double episode, so let's go straight on to episode 30 and see what the deal is. The deal is, this is not a direct continuation of episode 29, but takes place 2 weeks before it, and while it kinda rubs me the wrong way, I guess if they didn't find a way to insert this Kikaider commercial in the plot properly, better this way. Anyway, the first thing we get is a flashback of young Kota holding a puppy under the rain. Ladies, please, ladies, we need him for the review! Anyway, Kota and his sister reminisce about how they couldn't keep him even after Kota gave him a name. Jiro. Change of scene, Kota and Mai happen upon a street performer of some kind standing in the middle of a crowd completely unmoving. Even after it starts raining, which makes Kota think that something's wrong, especially since after he touches the guy, he confirms that he's made of fucking metal. Just then, a random lightning bolt strikes and reactivates him. Now, if this was any other city, I can see the crowd going, "Oh my fucking god, that guy survived a lightning bolt!" But this is Zawame. Anyway, Kota and Mai bring him to Gaim HQ. After discovering that Kota and Mai aren't that well acquainted with computers since they don't know what a reboot button is, the robot introduces himself as Jiro. That flashback needed to go somewhere, I guess, even if the implications are kind of... Anyway, since Jiro is amnesiac because of the bolt of lightning, Kota decides to take care of him until he recovers, but I think he's the one who gets the most out of the deal since he's the ultimate housekeeper. Akira for some reason needs some convincing to keep this guy around but relents, and Kota reacts exactly like he would if it was young him being allowed to keep that puppy. Except this puppy has no social graces at all, since he steals someone else's puppy to give it to Kota. Next scene, Kota is taking Jiro for world kids when they find a brand new Inves design. Kota of course fights him to protect people as he tells Jiro, but since he uses base orange Lockseed, the bully Inves kicks his ass, but just a tad! Before he can attack the bystanders who took the worst choice between fly, fight and freeze, Jiro steps in and chases him off like a badass, which makes Kota summarize that he's not just a robot, he's a battle robot. And back at Yggdrasil, Ryoma is turning into Frankenstein for some reason while an android is resting on his operating table. Apparently a friend of his asked him to take the android for a test run, and also to drop some advertisement for the movie. After seeing that Akira is starting to really like having Jiro around, we see that he's starting to regain his memories little by little. The robot has someone he must protect, but he doesn't remember yet, and he doesn't want to. Jiro has realized that to protect someone, more often than not, you have to fight, and our robot is really a pacifist at heart. Before Kota can give him a pep talk, though, Zack calls him because he needs help. When Kota gets there, Zack has just been defeated, this time not by an Inves, but by the android Ryoma was asked to test drive. And by test drive I mean he made Minato pull out his fucking brain and put it in the android? What the flying fuck? Seriously, how does that fit into the rest of the series? Why would Ryoma risk his own brain to test this thing? And why does Kota transform into his weakest form again? Which of course makes Ryoma bitch slap him around easily and then give him some exposition when he hears Kota mention the name Jiro. Jiro is also known as Kikaider, a legendary battle robot created by Shotaro Ishinomori, I mean Nobuhiko Komyuji, which would both cringe if they saw this graphic on the screen. Even after putting on the lemon raiments and with Zack's help, the two have no chance against android Ryoma. After pimp slapping the both of them some more, he leaves, having gathered enough awesome data for one day. In the next scene, Kota talks to Jiro about his discoveries regarding his past. Apparently, his creator suddenly died a year before while working on a secret project, but that's it. Kota suggests that they push the reboot button on Jiro's neck, but the robot refuses. He's afraid that his original self could be as violent as Ryoma's Akaider form, and he prefers to remain blissfully unaware and stay with Kota and Akira. Kota though wonders if Jiro will be able to just do nothing while people are hurt around him, knowing that he has the power to stop it. In the next scene, we see Ryoma kicking around his employees and having a fucking blast, maybe too much of one since he refuses to go back to his own body, already having a perfect next target in mind. Then we see Jiro reflecting on Kota's words, but that is rudely interrupted when the bull Inves attacks again. If I were Jiro, I would be now questioning Kota's data collecting ability since he attacks the same Inves with the same form that got his ass kicked the first time. Before he can go and save his biologically ineffective ass, Ryoma appears and he attacks Jiro. I must admit, the next fight scene is very well choreographed. It really does feel like an android and a robot fighting. Also, Ryoma is going crazier and crazier, and is also kicking Jiro's ass. Kota intervenes, trying to stop Ryoma, but it only serves to give him a new target, but also to shake the robot's resolve. Or maybe just though, wait, that's an android. I bet the craziness is because of the human brain. What the hell was I afraid of? Let's push the reboot button, Kota. It's time to kick some ass. We finally get Jiro's Henshin sequence, his catchphrase, and then Kota finally dons the triumphant arms. It's double hero time! And I guess I don't need to tell you that this Ishinomori Blast tag team is fucking awesome! Ryoma in the end runs away before they can give him any actual brain damage, which leaves the bull Inves as the only receiver of what I like to call an Ishinomori special! Followed by a bittersweet ending, since the reboot erased all the memories of Kota and Akira that Jiro had. In the last sequence, we see a farewell mixed in with more advertising for the movie. Jiro mentions that he has to protect some particular people from a great enemy, and then disappears while playing his guitar. On the other hand, Ryoma is back in his own body, shocked that his brain was affected by Akaider's directive of destroy, 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 and deems it incredibly dangerous. He wonders what the dark group is up to. And finally, I kid you not, we see Kota crying while cutting onions. Well, I guess that as far as puppies and housekeepers go, Jiro was fucking awesome. Double conclusions this time, for we have two heroes to talk about, and their supporting partners, of course. I must say, Kaito is the person I enjoyed the most in episode 29, if only for how he kept Michan on his toes. Regarding the new revelations about Helheim, I don't really know how to feel about it. I mean, the Force has always had a neutral will, but it went from I take all your word to I take all your word, yeah, but I also give you the power to stop me. Do it, do it, do it! No, your fault! I guess it's a nice parable about hubris, but Helheim has now lost part of its threatening factor, since overlords are not an exception, but a rule. You can't tell me that in the thousands of years the forest has been doing this, no one decided to stop her once they got the forbidden fruit. That I guess is supposed to make Kota appear even more of a hero when he does it, but yeah. Moving to episode 30, I really need to start following Tokusatsu news, even if I'm afraid of spoilers. I had no fucking idea they were planning to reboot Kamen, let alone making it canon in the Rider universe. The setup seems very interesting. The actor that plays Jiro actually does a great job of moving like a robot. Also, they dropped enough hints to the movie's plot to make me interested without making the episode a marketing fest or a bad episode. With the sole exception of Ryoma's brain surgery, I'm not syndicating on the process of plugging a brain in and out of bodies like fucking batteries, but I want to see a fucking scar on his forehead now, and or have him mention it in the future. Hey, remember when I put my brain into the android to test it, even though I could have just as easily put someone else's brain in it since I have no morals as a scientist? Good times. Also, another fault, but this one not with the episode, Kikaider's design isn't exactly what I'd call cool. Good thing he moves around kicking ass, so you can really focus on it, huh? Anyway, I guess I will check the movie out in the future. That's it for this double episode, Rider fans. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Già ne?